Could it be Shibuka Rotimi Amechi, whom every person is saying must have secured the president backing, whom we equally knew that there are some countries that are ready to help to offset the bill? Or could it be Godwin Emefiele, whom some powerful Nigerians are sponsoring to become the president, and those powerful Nigerians, they brought their thing to bear because of the dollar? We know this. Or who? Or could it be the junior minister of state who really did the rightful thing they are supposed to have done by resigning 2 weeks ago before President Muhammadu Buhari told them? We need to look at that. Then when President Muhammadu Buhari, the last Wednesday, after the FEC meeting, he now came to say, all of you that are doing this, resign before Monday, today, Monday. If they resign that day or they resign today, will it not be foul to the Octopus 8412? That is the Reformation Bill, which has now become law.
Malami has asked the Supreme Court to
now, and President Muhammadu Buhari, the question is, the President Muhammadu Buhari really meant to tell his minister, his appointees, to leave the office because they are doing this, or because of the judgment earlier given by Court of Appeal, which says that woman who they purchased judgment very too cheap from Umuahia had nothing to do even in entertaining the matter. She has no jurisdiction, because the person who went to that court, on what ground? Why is the locus standi? I think if I don't call it well, my brother will correct me. So these are the issues that we will look into. And the question is this: after the valedictory, I will have to rely on you, Adu. You will help me go to the dictionary and bring out the meaning of valedictory. I think I missed my place in the English class where I was preparing for my examination. After the valedictory of that day, 2 people met President Muhammadu Buhari, Malami and Igige. Say, Oga, we don't drop our idea. We know they run for this thing again. Malami for governorship.
In Kebbi State.
In Kebbi. Then Ngigi to become president. Maybe he's dropping the idea now. Maybe he has not gone to Okija Shrine to go and take oath again before somebody. I mean, I'm not quoting what did not happen. He was taken to Okija Shrine to go and take oath of allegiance to what is the name of the? Thank God, Fred will tell us where the time comes. Or what? Then the question is this: if they said we are no more going, is Buhari going to retain them as minister? Will that be legal? I know that there are some sections of the Nigerian Constitution. Immediately what is the meaning of valedictory? It is taking, meaning goodbye. Can Buhari say, okay, continue, or he will have to renominate them afresh and send the name to the Senate for confirmation? And Buhari and Malami has gone to Supreme Court now to challenge Mama 8412.
Are you sure it's Mama?
It can't be Papa.
It's Papa. Or?
It's Papa.
Ah, it's Papa.
Okay. 8412. So these are the issues we are looking to. Listeners, so I am just a moderator. Like as I earlier said, what I brought to present to you from today until probably we come to the end of this game is the Nigeria People's Parliament. Not the National Assembly, because the National Assembly are not representing you well. That is why the Guru have formed the Nigeria People's Parliament. And with me here now, Fred had come in, and Professor Abugu have been here since. Fred is a lawyer, Nzeako is a lawyer, is an economist, development economist. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you, Guru. Good morning.
Eventually, the traffic freed you.
Sure, Guru. I heard when you failed to apologize on my behalf.
Yes.
But let me apologize with my mouth to our dear listeners. That it was crazy. I left my house by 6 a.m. And I made it to the studio after 4 hours. Good morning to Professor Abugu.
Good morning.
Learned Senior Advocate of Nigeria, the doyen of Nigerian law, one of the best in our profession.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that comment.
Good morning to Adu.
Good morning to you, sir.
After going on Facebook with his picture, somebody called me, say, that is Professor Abugu. When I was doing my master's, this is what he's an erudite. He started talking. I said, okay, please reach the phone on Monday and call and introduce yourself to him. So that's what we've just done. So my guests are here, so we don't need to waste time again. We just have to move. Let us start with the Wike presentation. In the first place, 24 APC chieftains had returned their phone. 24. 2 could not. Or 3. A very good luck, Jonathan. Maybe he was coming by sea from Ogbia in Bayelsa. I really hope the boat is still sailing very safely. Or maybe because he has some liquid drugs that he normally take in order to ginger his body. Maybe it now over ginger the body as against the port of Anchorage is forgotten. He could not submit the form. He had never told Nigerians, I will not run or I will run. His silence had brought the greatest liability of life upon him. He did not play it cleverly at all. He has given room to echo the language that is clueless by what he did. This is my opinion, and I have the right. I went as far as talking to the lady who said, okay, when you come to Bayelsa, you will talk with Mama. And the lady talked to the mother. And the mother said, okay, when I arrive, I should use that lady, my friend, to call. Unfortunately, because I will have no plane to depart that Saturday night, then I cancel my journey. Otherwise, I would have spoken with the mother. Say, Mama, the road your son is going now. Does he still know the meaning of shame? Does he know the meaning of disgrace? But thank God he did not come with his phone. Godwin Emefiele went to court, so audacious, went to court, telling the court to bar the board of CBN and INEC not to interfere with it, that while he's presiding as governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, they should allow him to compete as president of Nigeria. Eventually, they always know where to go and buy cheapish judgment. Since the days of the late Francis Atto Zeribi, who went to meet the late Justice Ikpeme, Basi Ikpeme, that lady that gave judgment 10 midnight. They know where to go. That is why Malami Buhari went to Umuahia. It's like the Sat, there are these courts that are cheap. Then Godwin Emefiele had gone to Kwale to get what he's looking for. Kwale, they tested too. And that judge, a high court judge, has made some pronouncement. It's only legal minds that can interpret those languages of people that bring the justice cheaply to. Now, if PDP picks Atiku Abubakar, who is expected to be deputy or vice, how much display of anger with person like Wike brought into the film? Will that turn Wike to become a spoiler? Will Wike leave a PDP and join another political party? Is that a possibility? Will he give him a chance of hosting presidential flag? This is very, very minor. Sir, let me start with Professor Abugu because he will be standing in the studio. Fred, I want you to balance because we are just coming out of the balance.
No, even if you want to start with me, I will not agree. I will not agree. I cannot speak before Prof. He has to speak, and then you now say, Fred, go on. Before I join the fray.
No, come. All those your rudiments, you reserve that to when you get to the court.
That is it.
Here is the People's Parliament.
Professor and learned senior advocate. No,
yes,
I can
agree.
speak for you.
All right, Prof. What are the chances of PDP in picking a candidate in this matter? Just 2 minutes. We are around.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good, you can't say 2 minutes. I mean, you take more than the time you take for
I'm the convener of this parliament. Don't forget.
You see, there is a lot going on in this country. And we need to look at it holistically. Now, the concept of zoning was one that was designed to foster a sense of trust between the nationalities. In this case, escalated in terms of northern regions, southern region. And it is therefore, or it's been the convention that power should rotate between these two zones.
Yes.
As expansive as each one of them have been. Now, so at the beginning you were talking of morality. So if you want to talk of the morality of the existing convention, President Muhammadu Buhari, now serving 2 terms of 8 years, the morality of the convention would have dictated that each of the parties, particularly the 2 dominant parties. Would, as a matter of course, have zoned the presidency to the south.
Yes.
And let the contest be between the southern candidates.
Yes.
Now, but you can see what is going on. Because the existing political structure is predominantly northern, the morality is not easily coming. And so, the powers that be are creating an environment to say, look, yes, zoning has been the convention, but looking at the present situation in Nigeria,
yes,
let the people decide. So they now throw the contest open and jettison zoning. Now, that has implications for both parties.
Yes.
If the PDP adheres to zoning, which they have also chickened out of,
yes,
it would have meant that they will produce a southern presidential candidate. The APC, injecting zoning, also has the capability of producing a northern candidate.
Yes.
Now, the permutation, my view, I'm not so much a political pundit than a legal pundit. But the permutations are this. If you look at the electoral figures in the last election and see the voting population of the North and how in 2 or 3 consistent contests, President Muhammadu Buhari has been able to secure a certain minimum benchmark, millions of votes. These are considered secured votes,
yes,
for any northern candidate that, the northern oligarchy will endorse. Now, that and some votes from the west and some votes from the east could deliver a presidential candidate.
Yes.
Now,
for the APC.
For the APC.
What about PDP?
PDP, it is the same thing.
Okay.
Because as far as the PDP is concerned, if the PDP produces a southern candidate and APC produces a northern candidate, okay? No, sorry. If the PDP produces a northern candidate and the APC produces a southern candidate, out of tribal loyalty, nationalistic loyalty, all the entrenched Buhari votes
will be split.
Will be delivered.
Okay.
To be delivered to the northern candidate.
Okay.
And PDP will take over. APC doesn't want that.
Yes.
So you see the dynamics now. But in all of this, for me, there is something they are probably not taking cognizance of. But I'm sure they are.
What is that?
And that is the new electoral reforms that INEC has introduced. With the electoral reforms, respect to card reader, with respect to electronic transmission of results, and things like that INEC has introduced, some of the so-called phony block votes that you otherwise would rely on from the north may not materialize in 2023.
Okay, can you hold it there? Because it's a very, very vital point you touched now. Meaning we will come back to analyze it.
Yes.
Because you will have to convince. You are the Nigeria People's Parliament now, sir.
Yes, we are in the People's Parliament.
You are the parliamentarians. Because we will have to look at it, the possibility of this introduction eliminating underage
and
voters that have been registered already,
and foreigners,
and INEC has no equipment to say this is underage. One, all Niger Republic citizens that have been registered, because 2 governors from Niger Republic came to campaign for Muhammadu Buhari, and they wore the clothes. They were not disallowed. It means they were a lot. And President Muhammadu Buhari said that he has his cousin in Niger, he has his cousin in Chad, he has his cousin in this thing. So how the introduction can help that, you will explain that. But hold it there, sir. Uncle Fred.
Yes.
Thank you. You calm down already, yeah?
Yes, I am. I'm
Thank
okay.
you very much.
I'm good.
Now, if PDP picks Atiku Abubakar and fail to pick Wike or Obi.
Yes.
Obi had been known as a man of peace at all times, but Wike had been saying he's the only one. In fact, he went to the National Working Committee of PDP and told them that, I helped most of you here, so now time to pay back. You must work it for me. What damage would you see Wike as doing to the PDP cause? And what damage control mechanism you articulate PDP will deploy? 2 minutes, sir.
Yes, very well. I want to adopt completely the submission and the presentation of Professor Abugu on this balancing of politics that we have seen, even though it is very painful that we no longer talk about merit. We are now talking about about geography. Because if we talked about merit, the opinion polls conducted by credible media organizations within and outside Nigeria have given it to Peter Obi as the most credible, most prepared, most trusted man, most capable man to lead Nigeria at this point of critical need, where it is very obvious that Nigeria is in a very dire situation. But such opinion polls eventually do not translate to reality because of the crass level of illiteracy and ignorance in Nigeria. Of course, you saw that play out recently in the Sokoto mayhem. And politicians will always, because of their do or die attitude, the syndrome to win, that undying desire to be the victor, we always deploy all manner of antics to win an election. They don't give a damn whether such antics hurt the nation or hurt the society or hurt the peace, the fragility of the system. They don't give a damn. And that is why they will now begin to deploy even religion at the end of the day. It is the same ignorant religious fanatics that they will, at the end of the day, deploy to win elections. And that is why PDP may not want to take chances of dropping their ticket in the South. And APC may not want to take chances of dropping their ticket in the South. If there was, if we had a proper understanding of the dynamics of the North and South dichotomy, which had been in existence after the merger of 1914, the major political parties would have left their tickets in the South. In which case, the issues would have been eliminated to a large extent. The issue of geography would have been eliminated. Now, the northern elements, the voters in the North, will now be faced with two options. Because when today we are talking about two major political parties. With due respect to other parties, yes, they exist, but they are not major parties. They will now be faced with choice of either APC or PDP. And then that is when issues of credibility begins to come out. It will now downplay issues of geography and religion. But with the both parties throwing open the contest without any zoning,
Yes.
it is obvious that none of these parties will want their ticket to be left in the South.
Thank you, sir.
And
question,
sorry, Guru.
Yeah.
And that is why both parties will hold their primaries very, very simultaneously, almost at the same time, so that the results will drop almost at the same time.
Please, let's go back to the question.
Yes.
If Atiku Abubakar is picked,
Yes.
what are the likely destruction or damages of a provoked Wike?
The likely
And
destruction.
what are your proposals or expected proposals of crisis damage control
In politics,
that could be deployed?
in politics, politicians will always manage internal crisis.
All right.
And they do so, especially in Nigeria, by way of settlement.
The settlement syndrome.
Settlement syndrome.
Okay.
It will always play out. And that settlement syndrome has not died.
Okay.
If Atiku, for example, picks the ticket, for Atiku to win that election, he will most likely approach Peter Obi to be his running mate.
Okay.
And then there will be a repeat of 2019 movement,
Okay.
which has not died. Atiku Obi movement, which has not died because many Nigerians believe that they won that election. Many believed
Yes.
that they won that election.
Yes.
And I am one of such that hold such belief.
Yes.
But that's a story for another day. Now, Wike will be angry if he is not picked as a running mate. Then there will be damage control.
Okay.
How do they control it? They will ask him, what do you want?
Okay.
They will present issues before him.
Okay.
He is not a madman. He knows. He has been in politics
Yes.
and in government.
Yes.
He is married to a judge.
Yes.
So there's no madness around him. There's sanity. Forget what he says. He's only trying to flow by the tide of the society. All right? I mean, he will be reasonable to look at the issues that will be placed
Sir,
before
I
him.
think you've answered the question.
Placed before him on the table.
Because we
and
have
then
to
the
run.
settlement syndrome will take its place.
Okay.
And there won't be a crisis anymore.
Okay, that's good. Now, sir, I return back to you.
Yes.
24 returned their ticket, their forms. Before then, last week Wednesday, President Muhammadu Buhari, having gotten a hint of what the Court of Appeal declared, that the judge there had no jurisdiction because this matter was taken. Now, he now announced quickly that all of you, the question that comes first is this. In order to respectfully exit them, he had what they call it? Valedictory. After maybe they drank coffee, I don't know. Maybe they ate chicken, I don't know. Then after that, Malami cleansed his hand, Ngege cleansed his hand and went to the president and said, Oga, we are no more pursuing that ambition, so we will continue in office. Will it be legally right for President Muhammadu Buhari to accept them without renomination and sending their names to the National Assembly after valedictory? What's the position of the law, sir? Well, this one, you can accommodate it for 2 minutes.
A valedictory is not a legal ceremony. It has no legal effect.
Okay.
It is simply a ceremonial meeting.
Okay.
And to underscore this fact or this position of the law, even at that meeting, the president formally accepted the resignation of those who have tendered their resignation.
Okay.
And then said, those who are still intending to contest, please make sure you submit your resignation
before Monday. Today. Okay? So it was just a mere ceremony.
Okay.
To say goodbye to those who have actually submitted their resignation.
Which
For those ones who have submitted, let's look at the legal implication of that. You see, you submit your resignation. That actually doesn't take you out of office. It is when the president accepts your resignation that you then cease to occupy that office.
Okay.
So if you submitted your resignation, the president called a valedictory meeting, which I have said is a mere...
It's a ceremony.
It's a ceremony. You have not received a letter of acceptance of your resignation from the president acting through the office of the secretary to the federal government. You have not resigned. So if after that meeting, Anungige went to the president to say, well, I'm not sure whether he had actually submitted his resignation at that time, but the Minister for State for Education had submitted. So
that was submitted even two
weeks
before
ago.
that.
Exactly. So if someone like the Minister for State for Education, after that meeting, were to go back to the president and said, look, you know, I submitted my resignation, but you've actually not accepted. I still want to continue. And the president says, yes, I've not accepted, carry on. He remains in office.
Okay.
So it therefore means, Prof, by what you have just exposed us to, means the president, in his fatherly role, doesn't respond in acceptance until after the primaries. Those who get knocked out from the primaries can easily have their jobs back if they don't get an acceptance letter from the president.
No, he has explained it.
Yes.
That's what he explained. Okay, because I have to move this thing very, very fast. We are just convener. Let the the Nigerian People's Parliament.
I'm getting insight.
But Adu, there's a little caveat to that. You see,
can that caveat be tackled half a minute?
Yes. Now, if 8412 remains the law until the primaries, if you tendered your resignation by my analysis, and the president did not signify an acceptance, and you went into primaries, okay, 8412 will catch you.
Okay.
Sir, what is the law of is 8412? Is it validly the law of the land today?
As at this minute.
As at this minute?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's all right.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Please listen to this. Tinubu was the first person to submit his 100 naira million. A colleague of him, political colleague from Katsina, sent 100 million naira for his. All of them, people are buying for them.
Yes.
Fred, I don't know why people did not buy for you.
Well, maybe I don't have such people that will buy for me.
May God give you the people.
And they will come, but not for form.
Now, and Bola Tinubu had submitted his form back with 370 delegates, a dozen.
Yes.
Yemi Osinbajo equally 370 delegates, a dozen. I don't know what endorsement others get. But let's count the names now, please. Bola Tinubu, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, Emeka Wagioba, Tude Bakari, Governor Mohammed Badaru of Jigawa State, Dave Umahi, Governor of Ebonyi State, Yahaya Bello, Governor of Kogi State, former Governor of Imo State, my people, Russia Sokorosha, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, alias what money cannot do, more money will do it. Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi, Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Mefele, Miss Unu Onaniye, the only female, and is he pastor or what? Nicholas Felix. More are coming. Others include Governor Ben Ayadi of Cross River, former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole. We don't know where he is now. He said he's talk of Senate. Then he said he's going for the presidency. But he appeared in the senatorial screening. So either the senatorial screening committee of APC are deputizing for the presidential screening committee, I don't know. But that is where Oshomole appeared now. Then Governor Kayode Fayemi of Ekiti State, Minister of Labour Employment Chris Ngige, former Governor Bikuli Amosu of Ogun State, former Speaker Dimeji Bankole from Abeokuta, and Senate former President Ken Namane, Minister of Science and Technology Onu. Then Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Timothy Silva, as well as former President Goodluck Jonathan. But I have said it, President Goodluck Jonathan didn't come with his form and returned the form yet. And of course, the deadline is over. Godwin Emefiele has won court case. For now, a purchased case, as we all know that to be, which is beginning. Anyway, I cannot have two lawyers here and be talking of the judiciary. They will not collaborate with me because they must support. So let me not talk about the judiciary. Now, all of them have come. I quoted earlier on here that President Muhammadu Buhari has said he knew who he will hand over to, that he has his anointed candidate. And when Channel newspaper, television, Shewa Kibaloye and Amakwe Ugu ask, okay, give us. They said no, they will kill him. If I should, and just only on Friday again, this last week Friday, one of his manager spoke the same way. Of all this lot, I start from you, sir, because you have occasionally been found within the terrain of politicking in Anambra State. Which of these would you suspect would be the candidate Muhammadu Buhari said he has anointed, but he will not mention?
Guru, I'm surprised you're asking me this question.
Yes.
How could I know the mind of Mr. President? Only he knows.
You are a politician.
But I'm not a mind reader. Yes, I'm not a mind reader. And even if you want to read mind, not the mind of somebody like Muhammadu Buhari, who is so taciturn that he hardly speaks to anybody. So how do you cannot even read his lips, not to talk of his mind.
So you are helpless in this matter.
In this case,
Professor, can you guess?
Well, I agree with Fred that even the devil himself knows not the intent of a man. But let's look at the facts before us.
Yes.
Vice President Yemi Oshibajo has been a great anchor in the President Muhammadu Buhari administration.
Yes.
He has ceded to him responsibilities that previous presidents have been reluctant to cede even to their vice presidents.
Okay.
That will indicate that the president has some level of synergy and trust in him.
Okay.
Another individual in that administration is Rotimi Amechi. Rotimi Amechi too. He was Director General of
two times
Director General of
Buhari
campaign, and he delivered him on those accounts. And he is also, if you look at the infrastructure drive of the Buhari administration, Rotimi Amechi is a key driver. And so you can then also say that he is one individual
most likely
within the administration that has enjoyed the confidence and trust of the president.
Okay.
So
you have a third one?
But you will notice that these two are from the south. And
now that the ball is turning to
now that the field is being thrown open, one would have expected that if either of them were the anointed of the president would have taken great effort to ensure that the zoning within the APC was put in place.
Okay.
But with the president, who is the leader of the party, presiding, and the zoning formula being jettisoned, then there's the likelihood that there will be a third possible anointed.
Can you guess who that third will be? Be?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
You say? What did you say?
There's no way Prof will know. There's no way will know. And in extending Prof's analysis on this,
Yes.
there's one thing I want you to know, Guru, today.
Please go ahead. Help me.
Going by the nature and the popular body language of Mr. President, he is not likely to be comfortable handing over to a Southerner. Yes. Not likely.
You will have
a man does things that don't ache him. Mr. President may have a lot of body ache if he hands over to a Southerner. And I have my reasons.
Please go ahead. Less than a minute.
For the first time in Nigerians' political experience, virtually all major office holders are from the north.
Yes.
Irrespective of the provision of the federal character principle. And irrespective of the north-south divide that we have always tried to manage delicately, irrespective of the need for inclusion in democratic experience, and irrespective of the hue and cry from all and sundry, especially from the south, Mr. President did not budge. The security agencies, except one, A to Z, except one, are manned by the north. And you think this same man will open his eyes and hand over power to a Southerner? When President Obasanjo talked about northernization, Islamization, and Fulanization agenda, do you think he was joking? He wasn't joking. And no matter how you reason this, I do not, in my own personal analysis, think that Mr. President will be comfortable handing over to Southerner. So all these things, his anointed candidate may not even be within APC. He may not even be within the APC.
He will be given a waiver.
There is this. No, it might not be APC.
Okay.
There is this seemingly unseen but manifest
Would you be bold enough to tell us what you have here?
Networking.
Yeah, who are you suspecting?
Between Buhari and Atiku. That is very obvious.
Okay.
That when Atiku's daughter, yes, we have, because we can't read the mind of the president, we are given to conspiracy theory. So allow me to conspire theoretically.
Okay.
When Buhari's daughter was getting married, Atiku was the man who represented Buhari as the father and handed over the beautiful bride's hand to the suitor. And since 2019, we have never seen Alhaji Atiku Abubakar criticize Buhari's government. So something is fishing.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I will come back to two of you.
Yes.
To ask about, and this, please, your answer must not exceed 1 minute because we're overshooting our runway now. But the current governor of Katsina State is Aminu Masari. The current managing director of Meeting and Printing Nigeria Limited, Abbas, is from Katsina State. He is there in office and appointed as managing director of Printing and Meeting. And don't forget, that company will have a lot of role in printing some sensitive materials for election. Godwin Emefiele is to be the custodian of all the sensitive documents and everything of INEC. Abbas had picked form to contest to become the next governor of Katsina State. he's retained in office. And here is a man that will print all the electoral. Then Godwin Emefiele has even gone to court. Court, back me up. I must do the two together. I'm not leaving one until when I'm sworn in as president. And he is to be the custodian of all the sensitive things to be used.
The printer.
That's been printed.
Printing and meeting man will print all those things. Godwin Emefiele is to keep them. Both of them are picked from to run offices for PDP, and see they are holding this position. Has everything about regulation of morale not crashed in Nigeria? Half a minute, sir, Prof. In view of these two I mentioned now. Half a minute.
I agree with you that morality has been thrown to the winds.
Thank you very much, sir. Fred.
Absolutely.
God bless you. Then let's go to Ibrahim Ahmad Lawal, who is a Fulani man from Yobe State. Hope Uzodinma, who has not finished cleansing blood that is flowing regularly in and Yobe governor, Moni, the man who forgot about governors and carrying the one who delivered his form back to the committee. I'm talking of. In these postulations, is there likely to be room for that Fulani man to emerge as the candidate for APC? We are just crisscrossing some terrain. Some are visible, some not are visible. But you don't have more than 1 minute. Fred.
The Guru, yes, I repeat, recall that during the convention of APC, people were getting ready, doing all manner of things, the way politics should be played. The one stroke of the cane, or rather, one stroke of a pronouncement.
Yes.
Mr. President whipped everybody on the line and consensus was used.
Yes.
There was no election.
Yes.
It was hand-picking.
Yes.
Of people who are today members of the National Working Committee of APC. The APC presidential nomination form has an attached booby trap.
Resigning in advance.
From 18
for lottery.
Which is voluntary withdrawal form.
Yes.
If you don't fill that form to return your presidential form, your presidential form may not be.
It's not acceptable.
It will not be acceptable. It will be incomplete. You have not completed your form. So it is an opportunity to deny you screening. The party has every authority to even say you have been screened today, and they will hang on the screening result until much later. We have seen all this happen. They will release the screening result a day or two to the primaries. So assuming they use the same consensus to determine who becomes the presidential flag bearer, what can you do about it?
Okay. What we are saying is that you are not accommodating the place of the current president of the Senate in the equation, because you still think much that there could be one synergy between.
Why won't you accommodate his place?
Okay.
Why would you rule him out?
Okay. Now,
you cannot rule him out.
Okay. Between your first theory of likely Atiku Abubakar,
yes,
might that be the reason why they equally reach out to Goodluck Jonathan to come over?
Well, the major reason we see in the public domain, which is, again is conspiratorial, is that Goodluck Jonathan by law cannot run for more than a term.
Yes, so
assuming he becomes the president, he has only 4 years.
Then
so the theory is that he will now hand over back to the north. So these are all issues that are bothering the polity.
The place of Ahmad Lawan.
Guru, from the analysis we have made, one thing is clear, that within the PDP and the APC, the leadership have recognized that if the primaries were to produce a northern candidate for each of these parties or any of these parties, that heaven will not fall. There's this tacit understanding that if we produce a northern candidate after Buhari, heavens will not fall. We'll manage the situation.
Okay.
So, given our analysis about the possibility that the president may not favor the people from the south that are should likely be anointed, then
that one could be.
Then you look at your radar.
And your radar here now might pick.
You have picked him.
All right. Only one question. I have a volunteer, but we are not going to do it. And I will seek your pick, because what I try to do, sir, is to establish the Nigerian People Parliament. We keep this discussion engaged until after the primaries and Kwanko. But one last question. And sir, please help me to make it for 30 seconds. Fred.
Yes.
With jettisoning of this north-south dichotomy to be bridged by both political parties, because these are the measures that can win election. Has there ever been one Nigeria of equity? Would there be a time that one Nigeria of equity, South North, going together, ever be? And if your answer is yes, when do you think such can come? If your answer is no, do you think structuring or restructuring should be the best way to go now?
Guru, in year 2000,
30 seconds.
In year 2000, I gave a lecture at University of Lagos.
Yes.
And I said that without restructuring, anchored on true fiscal federalism, Nigeria can never survive.
Okay.
I sounded like a madman. Today, I have become a prophet. And I can tell you that there can never be one Nigeria. Never. Until there is restructuring or division. We'll be telling Nigeria, if we go the way of division, the only way out is restructuring. And that is why I align with the movement for Nigerian restructuring, because only restructuring anchored on true fiscal. I'm the Secretary General nationwide, worldwide, if you like.
And shall we see anything
movement
from you?
For Nigerian restructuring
from you before?
Because they don't want to listen to us. Only restructuring anchored on true fiscal federalism.
Okay, thank you,
can
sir.
Save Nigeria from the quagmire. Otherwise, we are on a chair.
Federal character principle was enshrined in the Constitution.
Yes.
To provide a basis for equity.
Yes.
Has it worked? The answer is no. When it comes to admission in tertiary institutions and in unity colleges, what you see is also not equitable. Then it then comes to issue of governance. What you also see with the dynamics we are seeing is also not equitable. And in all of this, there's no morality.
Okay.
And I align with Fred to the extent that how long is this going to continue? I once said that our generation and those that are older may have survived with it. But the younger generations that are coming, they are much more dynamic. So they are much more intolerant.
Yes, sir.
And this existing state of affairs may not last for too long.
Okay, meaning danger is really very close to us somewhere.
Of course, we are on the precipice.
Okay. We are on the precipice.
Serious danger.
Thank you very, very much, gentlemen. Please, let's open the line. Though I've cheated my people out because I've eroded their time. Please, listeners, take it half a minute today, please. Please. Adu, be fast on this.
All right, so I'll just quickly start with our friends with the pen. WhatsApp is where I'll get going from. It's coming from Ken. Says, good morning, Adu and Guru. Daddy Guru, those terrorists that killed Deborah claim she blasphemed. What about the church building and the shops that have been destroyed and burnt? Did the church building and shops blaspheme as well? Of course, no. They did it because that is who they are. Terrorists, and worst of all, many of them that did that shameless act are not Nigerians. May God help Nigeria. Excuse me. This is Ade. Says, good morning, Adu, Guru, Prof, and Fred. who will sack Malami, Emefiele, and Ngige? Is it PMB or the rubber stamp National Assembly? Why is Malami, Emefiele, and Ngige still in his cabinet? I would appreciate if Professor can enlighten us more on this. I think he had done that.
He has done that, and we can't go back to that today. All of you should beg the professor and threat to come back.
This is from a friend listening to us from the UK. Larry is his name.
Yes.
He says, sorry, Barrister Fred, I left Leeds around 6 a.m. and I got to Heathrow Airport before you could reach Lagos. He says, this is how we will continue. Thank you for listening all the way from London. Banji says, good morning, Adu and Guru. When we talk about northern votes, it also includes the votes on the North Central. And this time around, votes from the North Central is in support of the southern candidates because of the Fulani war against them. It might turn the table against the northern candidates. It's going to be only 13 core northern states that would vote for the Hausa or Fulani man from either party. One more. Bugazi says, according to Barrister Fred, Peter Obi is the most qualified due to credible opinion. Votes, Chai, I laugh for. Please remind him that Twitter votes don't win elections. Over 50% of the people that voted in the polls don't live in Nigeria. 20% don't have voter cards, and more than 15 are interested. The real voters wouldn't go to social media. So going through opinion polls can't help Peter Obi win elections. There will be internal mechanisms of PDP to settle Mr. Wike, so no worries about that.
Okay. Move to the
phone lines 0809-234-5913 and 015151913. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Barrister and Prof, good morning.
Morning.
Please, first of all, I'd like for you to come back again. We enjoyed the interview. Please make our time to come back again, Prof and Barrister.
Thank you very much.
Secondly, Nigeria, we should be very, very careful. It's like you said, we're already at the precipice. People are really angry. We must be careful whatever actions we take so that it will not bring about dire consequences for the entire nation. Let's try to be tolerant, let's try to be patient, let's try to be forgiving. This phase will pass. Then thirdly, PDP, they should be very careful. The zoning formula, if they are zoning to Atiku, all well and good. But give or take, I still feel that there should be a balance. It should come to the southeast. But it's for political reasons, all well and good. I wish Nigeria well. God bless you guys.
Thank you very much for that being brief. Please, half a minute. Morning.
Morning.
Yes, please.
Barrister Fred.
Morning.
Wicked cousin. That man speaking.
Your name, please. Your name first.
Akman, sir. Akman.
Okay, so go straight to the point.
Yeah.
You have half a minute.
Okay. I know. The Guru.
Yes, sir.
You are aware that in Kwale, there's a grass that grows there. Why would that just flow?
Kaya. If I not take Kaya, which then
the Guru.
Orlando.
The Guru. Okay, bye bye, I beg.
God bless you. For Kwale, it's a very good to know.
Good morning.
You take the ashes.
Yeah, good morning, Adu. Again, good morning, sir.
Morning, brother.
What's your name first? What's his name, Adu?
Hello?
Tell us your name first. Where you're calling from? Okay, we lost that.
Let me go to Twitter now. Twitter has a couple of tweets so far. This is coming from Dan Baba says, good morning, Adon Guru. Since Jonathan refused to submit his form, can I go to court to retrieve the 100 million naira from the APC? The money bigger.
Now you give her the money.
Ayodele says, had Southwest not favored massively for Alliance for Democracy in the lower tier elections in 1999, would the major parties still have zoned into the Southwest? Okay. Ike Pius says, good morning to members of the People's Parliament. I see a tsunami happening in the two major parties which might have aggrieved politicians leaving their parties for another one. Adequega says, when we talk about issues and about leaders not doing the right thing, is it that we that are outside the government think those in government don't have sense to know the right thing to do? The truth is that they know, they just don't want to do it. I don't know why Guru is giving credence to Wike as if Wike is one of the founding fathers of PDP. No party will allow Wike to be their presidential candidate if they truly want to win. Wike just wants to stay relevant politically after his tenure. Ola says, Adu, your guest claimed local international opinion favored Peter Obi. He said that is partisan. Let him show us those opinion polls. Anyway,
these were opinion polls that were published.
Anyway,
so if you don't know of it, please learn it from Fred.
Okay. Damaba says, Adu, Wike will never leave PDP, even if he doesn't win the PDP ticket. He said he'll never leave.
I believe you.
Okangbe says, good morning, Adu and Guru. My question is for Professor. Prof, aren't you worried that when you type ASU on Google, what you see is strike? It means people are more known for striking than teaching. Can't ASU deploy another strategy?
Which strategy? Please know the rudiments, everything that is on demand.
ASU has tried everything.
So today we could not go there. So, my brother, check the things out. It's not there for ASU handle. Go ahead, Adu.
All right, phone line still hot. Good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Adu.
How are you, sir?
Good morning, sir. Barrister Nzeako and Prof.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good, I greet you, sir. Yeah, my name is Bolale from Surulere.
Go ahead. You have half a minute.
Yeah, good. I am of the opinion that rather than giving all this permutation and suggestion to all these political parties online like this, for public to be hearing all this, I think it would be better if we begin to enlighten people on the right thing to do, rather than keep permutating that this is how it will go, this is how it will go. Because the majority of people that are voting are not even let me call it educated to that position of making a serious decision about who to vote for or who not to vote for. So I think it will be a good thing if particularly majority of our opinion leaders are able to introduce new what will I call it, to sensitize people about who to vote for.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It is the enlightenment we are carrying out here now.
Yeah, and the point is that at this stage of the political process, it is flowing from the top.
Yes,
it is when it has stabilized that will now reach out to the people.
Again, one fact you should know is this: who will bear the flag is not decision of the electorate.
No, it's not.
It is those wicked, smaller portion of people within the Senate that will bring a candidate. So you will now be shown from PDP or this is from APC or this. You are not party to how they emerge. Then, which brings limitation to the usefulness of your PVC even. We shall talk that another day, and we shall go elaborate on it.
Okay, let me go back to our friends with the pen. This is coming in from Peter from Kiriki Town. He says, good morning, Adu and Guru. And our guest Garba Adamu said that insulting Prophet Muhammad is their uncompromising red line. I wonder if people like this won't kill everyone if happens to become president. Politicians still playing with the equity and mindset of the masses. They are only interested in their own pockets. Olushoga Ajayi says, I love Nigerian politics and politicians. They are the best at the game of politics. I'm really enjoying the suspense and drama that is going on. In 2 weeks, all the drama will end. Let's calm down, please. I pity those who made enemies because of Niger politicians. They are smart and should not be taken lightly.
Okay.
This person says, I pity Nigeria in 2023 if the Northerners still get into presidential office. Okay.
But is it that where it's headed to now? The permutations and everything. Go ahead.
Godwin from Obalende says, hello, Adu. Good morning. I totally disagree with the guest saying Mr. President is not likely to hand over to a Southerner. May I assure you, sir, that Buhari is going to definitely hand over power to an Easterner. Mark my words today. His name is Godwin, incidentally.
Maybe he's talking of... what's his name now? The minister,
Science and Technology.
No, forget about it. He
said his name is Godwin.
Not my Godwin.
No, his name on Twitter, the writer.
No, the minister who resigned 2
Minister of State.
Because it might be the anointed. We don't know. Because he did something very, very right.
And very remarkable.
With all this strike, his 2 children were in Nigeria schooling. He did not. I don't see any of them. So maybe this permutation. Go ahead.
We have a call coming through.
Hello, my line drop.
Okay.
From VI.
Okay.
I agree with Barrister Nzeako, but for me, let them allow people from the east put into that office. Then after that, we restructure. The Emeka Wajuba is from partly the north, right? The mom is from the north. So if it's Buhari anointing candidate, I don't see anything. But it's too bad of him. He said he will hand over to the youth, but now nothing like the youth going on his own mind now. So I want every one of us, please stand and defend our vote. Thank you.
Okay, you will defend your vote, but the person you will vote for is placed on you.
Chima from VI says, "Good morning, Lagos Talks and our learned men in the studios. In my opinion, the permutations we do on air cannot meet up with the speed and tactics these politicians are applying. Just when we think we've got a hang of it, in an instance, they make a U-turn and make another move. I listened to Buba Galadima last night, and all I can say is if Nigeria makes it beyond 2023, it will truly be miraculous. Keep enlightening us, Guru. We appreciate your work. Ediri Layegu, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Ediri
Edirin.
Yes, Ediri. Thank you very much. He says, okay. The way things are going in this country, it seems the country is being controlled by a certain region. I will only give my vote to whom I feel will liberate the country from this one-sidedness, and I pray he wins. I want equity, transparency, and it's high time we left our different sentiments and work together for the growth and development of this great country, Nigeria, which is also known before now as the giant of Africa. That is why restructuring will help."
Okay, it's only 2 people that had promised restructuring of all the presidential aspirants, both parties. Nobody had come to talk of restructuring from APC. In fact, when El-Rufai, their own governor, recommended it, they threw it away. It is Atiku Abubakar and Bukola Saraki, who are aspirants from the PDP that have spoken that they will restructure Nigeria. Pius Anyim said the first document we'll pick will be the 2014
Constitutional Conference.
They are still now. We are getting to the end, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Now, once again, gentlemen, I want to appreciate you. But while we're on, appeal had been made. As the governor of the Nigeria People Parliament, I thank you for respecting to represent the people. I hear from the people more. The appeal made now that 2 of you should come back. Watch, and they are waiting to hear your reply. Fred. I'm not the one it's the people you represent, the Nigerian people that made it.
Guru, for the love of our people, we will always be here when time permits.
Subject to where time permits.
Of course, when time permits.
But you can work it out.
We will. We'll try. Always try.
You restructure
the timing.
Is it only Nigeria you want to restructure? Restructure the timing. Prof.
You know, I'm a friend of the house. I was here last week.
Yes.
It may not be recurrent, but I will always
concurrent. It may not be recurrent. Thank you very much. People, you heard them. They promised they will come back. Encourage me to be a good lobbyist because in capital, in Washington, the lobbyists always have it. Then I want to dedicate today's program to the memory of what's the name of my daughter, the slaughtered in
Deborah.
Deborah who? Samuel?
Yes.
Okay.
Samuel.
Yeah. Deborah Samuel. Today I dedicate this program to her memory. But until justice come to be, I thank Gumi, I thank the Sultan of Sokoto, I thank many who are taking a stand against it. Gumi told us that where Prophet Muhammad, the great Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu may peace and this meeting. When he was insulted, he didn't call for killing. Even if you must kill, before you pronounce fawat on somebody. Fatwa on somebody. There's a process it goes through. But in Nigeria, if justice is not coming, we shall have more of this. I want to rest my case today by referring us. We have a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Patami. Is that his name? Mm-hmm. Minister of Digital Economy.
And Communications.
And Communication.
It's up and down.
When he was 24 years old, because somebody from the federal government told us later that he was of that age, but he now knows. He pronounced, what do you call it?
Fatwa.
He pronounced fatwa against a Nigerian student, and he was brought out and stoned to death. The man is serving as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When the matter came up, Garba Shehu said, because then he was of that age, at 24, the law that Garba Shehu operates, I don't know. So as long as justice is not come to catch up with this, it is continuously. As be in Lekki, at Atiku, the man that was killed and burnt there, the Okada, the man who patronized Okada, and they were arguing about 100 naira. And all the Okada, all of them are northerners, gathered and bought. Is it because he blasphemed this thing? So today, again, I dedicate this program of today. What's today's date? 16?
Yes.
16th of May, 2022. I dedicate it to the memory of Deborah Samuel. You might have been burnt here at a point of departure. May God give you eternal rest. Amen. I salute to all of you again. Of course, follow the Guru Godwin Taboo on Twitter at Godwin, at Godwin_Buebu. Buebu is spelled as Buebu. If you forget the spelling, ask Fred. He will tell you. Then you can follow me. Go to my website, www.godwintheguru.com. Go to my YouTube channel. It's Godwin the Guru. Go there now. Subscribe, read it, and share it. You will now know the dirty trade of APC. They are there. It's uploaded there last night. You will know the dirty trade of APC concerning this coming election. And by tomorrow evening, I am uploading another video which tells you about who may likely become the presidential material of APC, courtesy of General Muhammadu Buhari. So these are available for you. Follow me on Facebook, Godwin Itakibibu. There is a page created on Facebook. What do you call it? Vetra column. Mm-hmm. So all this are available. I'm not going too fast away because tomorrow I shall be back here with Morning Digest. But I cannot complete this thing today without again appreciating my brothers. My brother Fred, my brother Joseph. I am very, very grateful. Thank you cannot be enough. But please accept my humble saying thank you very, very much. Fred, I will
end up by saying amen. Amen.
You got it, Fred.
Thank you very much. On this note, until Monday when we shall meet again, please keep yourself out of trouble. Bye-bye.